So, hi everyone. This is going to be a check-in for divine feminine energy for the week of, it's the 26th as I'm filming this, so that week. And this happens to include a very powerful new moon eclipse in Taurus. So Taurus, if you don't know, is an earth sign. It's the second house, so it's like your home, your finances, your assets. It's what you value. So again, that can be stuff to do with money. It can be anything you value. It can be, you know, the people that you value in your life. It can be how people value you or don't value you. That can be highlighted as well. I'm just in from a walk, so I mean, that doesn't really excuse why my hair's going all over the place. That's what happens when I let it dry naturally. It's a bit like the luck of the draw, but anyway. Yeah, so yeah, it's all of that jazz. Probably other stuff that I've not said, but it's basically self-worth. That's a big one. Any of these kind of themes can come up, but because, and if I look a bit uncomfortable, by the way, it's because I'm wearing a strapless bra. Well, it's that, but that wasn't what I was going to say. It's because I couldn't find the straps. So I was just like, whatever. It's my shoulders really sore, and there's a story behind that. I won't go into it too much because, oh yeah, I wanted to start the timer. Basically, yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. My shoulder was that sore, and like I just watched the last week's ones that I filmed that I haven't published yet. I'm going to publish some tonight. Just again, I had such a full-on week. It kind of was to do with my birthday. It kind of wasn't. You know, I had a friend's wedding. I had my spa day. Everything just went really fast. So, but like one of my beautiful soul family, soul sisters who'll be watching this now said, it's divine timing, Claire timing. You know, whenever anything of mine gets published, it's always when it's meant to. And so, if you're watching this, like, if you wouldn't mind, if you resonate my message and you've got time, the other one was 40 minutes. I'm aiming on making these around 15 minutes-ish or 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Because I've got my course in half an hour. So, but if this ends up half an hour, it just means I'll do the divine masculine one after or tomorrow or something. But don't let that happen, guys. But basically what I'm saying is, my shoulder was really sore last night. Like, I couldn't sleep, right? Like, had hot water bottle and everything. I was asking the guys, like, you know, please help me. You know, I wasn't crying, but it, you know, it's just achy. And it always, I don't know why, but like when the woman was coughing downstairs and I was like, took me a while to work out. I was like, oh my God, I've literally soaked up her stuff. Like, and again, I was about to say, if you aren't in this kind of world of that happening, you're not going to get it. But if anyone's going to get it, the people watching this are going to get it. But it's like, you know, I've had, you know, people that do get that about me notice that it's like, even if you are in the same kind of category, it's like I said in the last time, I've never met anybody that experiences it quite like me. Because, you know, who knows what bit that is? Is it it's more the shaman bit? Is it the fact that, you know, that I've come to heal people just with my energy alone, you know, without whatever it is? All I know is it's like I soak up people's stuff, and yeah, I clear my energy all the time, sage every day, Epsom salt baths every day, and anyway, so long story short, so this is going to mean something to someone. So I suppose there's a message in this, right? Because when I'm channeling, it's all part of it. If you're new to me, other people know that. Sometimes you can do everything within your power to protect yourself, and something's still going to get in. You know, something's still going to hurt, or you're still going to be tired. And it's just, you know, you need to double up on the self-care and the protection. So yeah, that's definitely a bit, especially as I'm filming this on a Pisces moon. But anyway, the point is that I located where it was coming from, and it wasn't the woman downstairs again. Oh, she has been coughing again, so I don't want to be soaking up that again, but I hope you feel better. It was a woman in my group, her shoulder, and this, the only reason that we worked it out was because when I done their weekly live, I was like, you know, motherfucker. Well, I didn't quite say that, but you know, it was bad. I was like, you know, and I said, and she was like, oh my God, because this has happened before, and it always happens with the people in my group, because again, like I say, if you're very closely linked to me, I feel fucking randoms in the street pain. So if you feel connected to me, whether that is just on YouTube and I've not even got a fucking clue who you are, I probably pick up on your shit too. But when people have actually got connected to me, I really do pick up on a lot. And like I say, it's kind of annoying. It's why, you know, from time to time, I actually have to say to my membership group, like, and they know that now on the weekends, I'm like, look, over and out, as soon as it hits a certain time on a Friday night, other than when I'm doing a course like what I'm doing now, you know, like I'm doing my course stuff on the Friday night. It's over and out, like, you know, I mean, you'll not hear from me on the messenger till the Tuesday. Maybe occasionally I'll be drawn to look in if it's something feels important or that. But and it's because I need to switch off and I feel people's energy. So I feel somebody else needs to hear that, because Pisces moon is about that, soaking up other people's stuff. But yeah, the point is, it's really, she couldn't believe it, because she was like, Claire, it's exactly where you're holding it. But I was like, how weird is that though? Because this time, and usually when I locate it, the pain fucks off. And it's weird because the biggest bit of the pain did fuck off in that moment, like literally minutes after. Like she was like, that's mine. Like where you're holding it is exactly where mine is. So just to, you know, put you in the picture here, I don't know what that alarm's for. She went, that'll be remind me about my group. She went from being in a lot of pain, like yesterday and last night, me not knowing this, not logically knowing it, but obviously felt it literally in my body, to while I'd done the weekly live for, I mean, it's maybe 30 minutes. I'm often in there for an hour. I think I was in there for about 2 hours, you know what I mean? But yeah, 2 hours. The pain lifted. But again, this isn't a surprise to those of you that join it, because that happens on these, when I do these live and someone's in pain, my headache, the pain goes. If you're really connected to me and you're open, it goes. But it's interesting because something happened recently where someone had a headache, and, you know, I'm a healer. So if I think that they're even slightly open, depending on whether it's relevant or not, you know, whether I feel the person's going to be open, I will offer. And in this case, you know, I did offer, but I knew that person's not really, you know, they don't really believe. And so I basically said to her, like, I was like, it's funny because, like, you know, I could send you healing for that, and I did, but, and then, you know, and then I think she got paracetamol or something. And the point is, there's loads of people like that in my life as well. If you're more likely to believe that the paracetamol is going to help you over the healer, the paracetamol probably is going to help you more than the, you know, the healer, which is really crazy, isn't it? Whereas I'm more the kind of person that I believe the healer is going to help me, or the love from somebody else, or the will or the intention for somebody to heal me, or lots of people to heal me, is going to heal me more than a pill or something. So isn't that, there's something in that too. But yeah, really, really, I don't know why somebody needs to hear that, but they did, right? So I'll get on with this because I've got 8 minutes. And but yeah, the point is, the pain went away, but it's back again. So it's one of these strange ones where it definitely is the woman in my group, but it also made logical sense because I'd had a massage, and I hadn't had a massage in like 2 years, although one of my best pals does it as well. But I hadn't had one from her for about 2 years. I think I actually had one, but it was more my head. Yeah, so it wasn't, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like this, like my friend, she was just saying, like, it feels like the women's went, you know, too deep. We're laughing because it sounds, you know, it sounds kind of, yeah, it sounds kind of wrong, doesn't it? But anyway, I think she's right. You know, I think it has, because I remember being like, ow. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, I think I was too busy chatting away about some shit that I never said. It's funny because I usually would, but anyway, so there's something about speaking up as well. But the point is, the fucking pain's back again. So, but my friend's sending me healing now. So, in fact, like, I literally think she's sending me it right now because I can feel it. So thank you. Right. So what do we need to know in the subconscious mind? So divine feminines, this is, so again, I heal the twin flames. That's really all I'm here to heal. If you're not a twin flame and this helps you, well, that's great. But like I say, that's who I'm here to heal. And I didn't pick it like that, guys. Well, obviously my soul did, but like I say, for the past 7 years of being online, the only person that ever spends any money with me is twin flames. So they're my clients. They're my collective. And I know it's not all about the money, but like say, I've got to pay my bills too. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, and that's interesting that I'm already talking about money because Taurus is money, this eclipse, right? So in the subconscious mind of the divine feminine, so that, you know, it doesn't need to be divine feminine as a woman. It could be in a twin flame dynamic. It could be two men, it could be two women, it could be two whatever you want to call yourselves these days. Kind of keep up with all, you know what I mean? Inclusive of everyone. Well, we just say that. But just to confuse matters, and this is for people that don't, you know, still, you know, need to hear it over and over again to really, you know, get it, sink it deep in, that now my mind's just got all kind of play. Don't. Oh my God. God damn it, she shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to just laugh. I just got drawn to the card up there. You'll always be my best friend. You know too much, and that came up in the one that I done for last week. So yeah, there's something about banter between best friends. So this could be banter between you, your best friend, or a close friend. This could actually be banter between you and your twin flame as well, because like I said in last week's one, which, you know, I'll have published by the time you watch this. Or it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter too much if you, again, but do watch the other one if you're drawn to, because you'll be able to reflect on whether you were in that energy last week, you know. But what I'm saying is it's like playful energy, because I just got drawn to that card. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And like I say, I pulled that right before I went to one of my best pals' weddings there, because I was quite nervous because it was the first group thing I'd went to in forever. And yeah, just with the way the world is. But anyway, it was great fun, dancing all night, you know what I mean? I even had a drink, guys. And like I said, I'm not keeping a secret about that. I don't typically drink, and I hadn't drank for a whole year. But I thought, you know, there all day, and I thought, this is going to be a long day. And I, you know, I did kind of want to dance. Not that I need to drink to dance, but I just thought, fuck it, you know what I mean? And I was fine. It was a great night. My hangover wasn't even too bad. All good. So again, don't be so serious. There's something about not being so serious and having a bit of banter with your best pal, or like say your best pal might be your twin flame. And yes, your twin flame is your best pal all the time. But for those of you that are in separation, which is a majority of people that listen to these, not everyone though, because I do know lots of twin flames that are together. I know lots of twin flames that are married, and I don't just mean spiritually married, I mean like actual married. And then, like I've said before, the journey that I'm helping them with is self-love. So they're with their person, but they need to love themselves more. But we all need to do that, right? Anyway, I've chatted a lot here. So in the subconscious mind of divine feminine, or if you're a divine masculine watching this to find out about your divine feminine, or you could also be a divine masculine watching this and you're like, hey, that's how I'm feeling too. And that's because you've got divine feminine energy within you. Your receptive energy, you're slowing down, you know, where the feelings come up, you know, being in your King of Cups energy, you know, that, or the Ace of Cups, like, you know, that love spilling over. That's what's happening for a lot of twin flame divine masculines, regardless of gender. Like where the runner, they're now the chaser. And if you're like, well, mine ain't chasing me, they might be about to. It is happening. Energy signature, the past is in the present. That sounds interesting. We'll put it there though, because it says 3 minutes on the timer. So what I'm going to do, right, is I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm just going to pull cards quickly for all the placements. I added one into. So that's where they are in, that's where divine feminine is in the subconscious mind, energy signature. So before I even read that from the book, it's about just be who you are. Your unique energy signature is what allows your twin flame to connect with who they truly are. And again, remember the journey of the twin flame, the true twin flame journey is that, I mean, it's ironic, like, you're running from yourself, you know, and again, there's loads of songs that are like that. That Beyonce one just jumped in my head, but you know, you are running from yourself. Okay, so it might look like that your twin flame is running from you, but you're running from them as well. And I noticed that when I listen, I noticed it with my own story. I noticed it when I listen to other people's stories, which is like literally what I do in every day of my working week, but really every day, because like I say, I've got a lot of twin flame friends as well. And so, yeah, there's something here about when you just own it, when you just be your weird and wonderful self, whoever that may be, you will feel your twin flame come even closer. And one of these times in divine time, it will be the physical person, whether you know who they are or not. Again, if you don't know who they are, it's just you're going to bump into somebody and like, oh my God, I think you're my twin flame. And yeah, because somebody told me a story like that recently, where they did just meet somebody at work and it was like instant connection. Right. In the conscious mind, divine feminine, releasing soul patterns, contracts, past lives. I love it because I'm resonating with this because I was channeling about that in my group today, that is what I felt where the energy was at for my group. And you probably won't be, well, a lot of people watching this, some people will already be in my membership group. But it was just basically about like getting sick of your own patterns. So where you're noticing that you've got this pattern, whether it's connected to you and your twin flame, or like I say, everything is really though. But I was kind of more channeling in my group about, oh, like fucking hell, I'm still doing that. So it's like, but it was like simultaneously being proud of where you can recognize you're not still repeating the same pattern, and also recognizing where you are still doing it. So it's being proud of how far you've come. That's a bit of growth. Being proud of how far you've come, but also like bringing something to your awareness that's like, oh yeah, why am I still doing that? So it's kind of being curious, being interested about where you're still doing it. But if it's a real problem, like if you really are still people pleasing, or you are putting your own needs last, and I'm not talking about everywhere, I'm just talking about in certain areas of life, because I can think about that for myself too. Like, bring awareness to it, shed light on the darkness. Like I dare say, I bet you for a lot of people, it's going to be around self-worth, what you value, who you value, like as in like, do people value you? Or like, are you spending your time with people that you truly value? Or are you kind of hanging out with people that aren't your cup of tea anymore? All this stuff matters. And also it's about like, because it's about money, it's this eclipse at the weekend, it's about sorting stuff like that out as well, like sorting out your finances, or like it wouldn't be a bad idea to do that, but also because that energy carries for the next 6 months from the weekend actually, but also just really truly taking a good look at, do these people value me? Like, do I feel special when I'm around these people? Like, would it make a difference if I wasn't in this person's, like, I don't know, like, I feel like these are all the questions that are whirling around the twin flame collective life. And again, like I say, I have been there myself, and I can safely say, like, there's nobody in my life I feel like that about now, like it's and it is a good feeling. But for a long time I didn't feel like that. But again, you can't actually do anything about it until you recognize that being around people isn't good for you, anymore. It might have been at one point, right? So refine your attention. Yes, so see, that is about, like, it is time to, really, I heard be fussy, but it's true. You're allowed to be fussy. You're allowed to realize that you feel better around some people than you do others, and where you don't feel good, you don't need to do that. Laugh at your demons, and laugh at the things that was the heart space, by the way. So again, refining your attention and laughing at your demons, that's what I need to hurry up a bit here. That's what divine feminine is focused on right now. Like, and that does that again, it's like, in the conscious mind, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It's like either some divine feminines are going to resonate with, I'm like you, Claire, I went through that a while ago, or you're going to be in the place of, that's what I'm going through now. And again, I'm sharing about when I've went through this in my life at various different times, so that I can share, from that teaching point. But either way, it's about, laugh at your demons now. You can overcome whatever scares you. You can face your fears. And again, this goes for divine masculines that are watching this for their divine feminine energy as well. You know, you can laugh at your demons by allowing yourself to be vulnerable with the people that you trust. And again, if your twin flame is in your life and it feels like the right time to connect with them, again, a lot of people will have connected already with the Libra full moon that we've just come out of, and there'll be even more, you know, with I don't think that's coming downstairs. I think that's me tapping in divine masculine energy, or divine feminines that are finding it hard to speak up, because this is the divine feminine reading. But again, this is about the unions coming up, you know. And again, it's really interesting because again, although that is to do with me feeling, you know, the women in my group's pain, although if I even spat that out, her pain's gone, and you know, mine's still there. It did occur to me that this is like, because I soak up the collective stuff, where it is at the back of my shoulder, it's the throat, you know, it's the heart and the throat chakra. So I do feel this could be like activations going on for the twins as well. So anyway, I'm just saying, right, so I'm just working out time-wise. Oh, I don't know why I've got the giggles, but I've got the total giggles. Like majorly, it's quite funny. I think it's because like, this is getting worse. It feels like fucking, oh, don't you start rumbling stomach as well. You've got a cheek. I ate not that long ago. Right, let's go here. This isn't what I'd usually use for this, but let's go here. What do we need to know for the ascension or in the soul spiritual energy of divine feminine? Courage, strength, fierceness, family. It's like divine feminine in the soul, in the ascension process, isn't letting these doubts and fears and worries get in the way. And then it's because divine feminines know, or if you don't, I'm telling you now, that you're leading the way. You know, you are paving the way, you're rewiring your subconscious mind, whether you realize that or not, you're rewiring your programming, you're cutting the karmic contracts. And like I say all the time, you are paving the way for your divine masculine to do that in their life where they need to do it as well. And yeah, it's like you are setting the scene. So when you're brave, they're brave. It doesn't mean like you're brave one day and they're going to be brave the same day towards you. It could be, but this is what's kind of cool, if you kind of keep track yourself, and then you can compare notes if I don't know if people have kind of kept track in some sort of way. But it's like, I wouldn't be surprised that, like, if you do something to face your fears in some big or small way, that your twin flame done it that day as well, or that week. But there's something about courage here, you know, like standing in your fierceness and that soul power, because divine masculine's right behind it. And again, that does that ties with what I was, so I'm going to just film the divine masculine one later after my group. And I bet it'll be because something's going to come up within what I'm doing with my subconscious blocks to love course. See, it all connects with what we were just saying, because that's what I'm doing with them, rewiring the programming, because I worked that out for myself in my journey, that when I can work on my subconscious blocks, that helps my twin flame. And again, the goal shouldn't be, oh, I'm helping myself to be with my twin flame. It's like your twin flame is you. So again, it's what I've always said, it's like every fucking line out of every cheesy film, but it's true. You love, if you're a true twin flame, you love your twin flame unconditionally. And before you even realize what the journey's all about, like, you know, I always just used to say, like, I just want him to be happy, even if that means not with me. And like I say, that has been the journey for me, like, so far. It's, you know, it's that is the case. Like, it's like, you know, if someone doesn't want to be with you, you can't force them to be with you. You can, you know, again, and I don't get when, you know, I mean, like, I know lots of people do that on this journey. Like, you can't convince someone to be with you if they don't want to be with you. And it doesn't even matter if you're right that it's like they like you, because it's like, it's so complicated on this journey. Like, again, it's because we're, you know, the divine feminine in this journey is like we're so we're seers, we're clairvoyants, we're prophets, whatever you want to call it. Like, again, I don't like going into my journey too much, but again, we do have to get the point across here. I knew this was going to be 30 minutes. It's not my divine masculine's fault that I saw so far, like so far in advance, who he was to me. and the stuff that was going to happen. It's like, do you mean it's like, I can't blame somebody for not seeing what I could see, because that is like, with a lot of that's not even just going for my twin flames or anything. That could go for loads of things. That could go for me warning other friends about other people that are going to stab them in the back, and I was spot on, or warning other people about anything bad that's going to happen. Because again, like if it feels like danger to life kind of sort of shit, like I do, like I've shared stories before, but if you're new to me, like I've shared stories where I've actually had dreams, let's say a nightmare. Like I had a nightmare about my very best friend, like her son choking. And I didn't know what the fuck it was. I just saw that it was all going to be all right, and that her husband was going to sort it out. And yeah, he choked on a bit of cereal, like as a baby. And she, you know, she's not a massive believer in all this, but again, she's a massive believer in me, and she provides me with unconditional love and me with her. And she was just kind of like Claire, I have to say, because you told me about your dream it was about 6 weeks before. I would have totally freaked out and panicked even more had you not told me that it was going to be all right. So again, you know, that's a good example of, you don't need to be a big believer. Oh, now I know why I've told the story about the paracetamol and all that. You don't need to be a total believer. Like someone doesn't need to be really, really spiritual. They could just be a big believer in you. Like there's loads of people in my life like that. Like I say all the time, like, listen, my dad picks and chooses when he gets this. You know, sometimes he'll be like, you know, singing to the, like he done it, introduced me to the person at the ice cream van the other week, like, oh, my daughter's a medium. And I'm like, I'm actually a lot of other, and I thought, I'm not having this chat again. But you know what I mean? It's like, I am a lot of other things, but you know, who cares, whatever. It's nice, you know, that he's acknowledging that I'm a medium, and, you know, and but other times, like, he'll take the piss, do you know what I mean? So, and it's just, that is the kind of way that, you know, he was brought up. And it's like, my grandma and granddad are big believers in the spirit world, but alive, they probably would have been like, oh, what you on about, pal? You know what I mean? No. It's like, so, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like they've got a different, I'm being drawn a picture of my grandma and granddad, they've got a different understanding on the other side of life, do you know what I mean? But yes, anyway, when you are courageous, divine feminine, in your soul space, I'm getting all mixed up now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, when you are courageous from your soul, from your spirit, on your ascension process, when you leap before it makes sense, when you trust, and you, especially in this Pisces moon right now, if I release this, I'll try and release this kind of real time. So, but it will still be Pisces moon tomorrow, on Wednesday. So I'm filming this Tuesday night. Your divine masculine will follow. And like you say, for some of you, it actually will be quite closely followed, because the way I channeled that, I'll need to watch it back. It was right behind it. Electric active power. You know what I mean? Like you're charging them up. Do you know what I mean? And then other times, like they'll be the one that charges you up. You know what I mean? Like I've said before, it's I don't think divine masculines can hear enough, really, that in the divine feminine's darkest moments, you know, that's who they've felt there as well. Like I've shared that about when I camped out in the woods for 24 hours, like fasting. And that's like where you're meant to face your darkest fears and all that. It's a huge shamanic initiation. I was kind of bored. But, you know, whenever I did kind of feel fear trying to kick in, I was just kind of hanging out in my twin flames higher self. Do you know what I mean? And my dead grandparents, and holding my crystals, my rose quartz crystals, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but that is what this journey's like. So other people watching this are like, what the fucking hell is she on about? But twin flames will get it. And I actually even feel divine masculines will get that too now. You know, they might not have at one point, but right, anyway, so where do we want to go now? Right, so I want to just pull a self-care message in there. I'm just going to self-care message for divine feminine. Use your hands. Oh my God. Oh dear. I mean, there's just so many jokes that can be made, but we'll not go there. My throat's getting blocked. They really want to bring in this cheeky, playful energy, aren't they? But yeah, use your hands. So whatever that means to you, do you know what I mean? You might be into the old clay pottery making stuff. I can actually feel people. I can feel people laughing watching that. It's so funny being like this, because I can actually feel people laughing right now. But let's keep it professional, because I've got 3 minutes before I'm meant to be in my course. But yeah, I feel this is about, you know, making stuff, being creative, whatever, you know, use your hands for self-care. Oh, these are funny because these cards, look, there's somebody's divine masculine. Maybe that literally does look like someone's divine masculine. But it's kind of like, you know, oh, look, he's signing a contract. I'm ready to commit. It literally does say commitment, but it's like, you know, perhaps they're remembering, because this is in the physical if I didn't say that. Well, it's actually, this was meant to be the self-care message. Who cares, right? It's whatever. But it's kind of like, look, the divine masculines, oh, this is the divine feminine message. Yeah, but I can't take away that I'm saying divine masculine. So again, lions and tigers, you know, tigers one of mine, maybe specific to someone here, but like it looks like divine masculines are standing, because it is a masculine, in their present power, and they're like, right, you know what, I'm ready to commit to this now. And it doesn't mean like ready to commit to an actual relationship. It can just be like, I'm actually ready to move towards this connection now to find out what is. Because bear in mind, some twin flames might have met, you might not actually know them very well, you might have just met, but you just feel like, why do I feel like I've known them lifetimes? And you know what I mean? And other people won't be in that position. But anyway, soak in the bath. That's what I'll be doing after my course with ladies too. So 46 may be significant. Maybe somebody is 46, or 4 and 6 is 10. My maths didn't serve me on that short the other day. But you know, 10 is about being in it's the end and the beginning, and eclipses feel like that too. They're life changing. But yeah, soak in the bath. Right. So let's put them there. Right, so here is I'm going to pull a money message, and then I'm going to give a wee message from your twin flames higher self, and then I'm going to go into my course, and then I'll film the divine masculine one after. So I'll be looking a lot more tired after that, disheveled, but maybe that, that's all right. My ego can push that aside. But you see, that's because the divine masculine is feeling disheveled and more tired. And I mean, I'm divine feminine and I'm feeling fucking disheveled and tired. So do you know what I mean though? Because I'm saying, like, you know, a couple hours from now when I film that, I'm going to be even more tired. So it's kind of like, however tired you feel you are, divine masculine, divine feminine, see, oh, they're blending energies. They're exhausted from whatever they've went through in the matrix, in the physical. Although to be fair, like, you know, that for a lot of divine feminines, you know, that's a good thing to point out. Some divine feminines really are in all that total. It might look like I'm completely in this 5D, whatever, 9D, fucking Christ knows what dimension I'm on, new earth, spiritual land. And a lot of the time I am, but I am still very much in the old earth energy as well. Because I have in a lot of people around me that, you know, aren't getting what's happening. So, you know, I am very much, that's what I say, I can tap into both energies. And it's like I've said before, you know, I truly am a light warrior rather than a light worker, because a lot of people would be more selfish on this journey. But no, I don't mean selfish in a bad way, but like it slows down my ascension process to stay behind to help with people that aren't getting this yet. But my soul must have chosen to do that. I'm a warrior, right? So that is my energy signature. Right, so power of prayer. God, give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. That's very Pisces moon right now. Heaven's unlimited resources, love and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. So again, if you've got money worries, divine feminine, give it to God. Let go and let God. Surrender for a miracle. So often when you just stop worrying about something, that's when the money comes. That's when the message comes. That's when the support comes, the help comes in the physical or the spiritual. They want me to pull a surrender card. Surrender, you're free to change. Yeah, it's your limiting beliefs telling you that something isn't possible. The universe is reminding you that you're cared for always, whether you're afraid of change with your job, your health, or a relationship. Again, because bear in mind, there's a lot of divine feminines that have got a fear of intimacy, a fear of this relationship actually coming about after not being in it for a long time, or like for some divine feminines, not being in a relationship with anyone for a very fucking long time. That may or may not be me. Obviously, it's me. Or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. But again, not for everyone, because some divine feminines will have like hung out with other guys or gals, whatever your bag is. But again, not really the ones, not the true ones, you know, not really. And if you have been, you'll notice it didn't get you any closer on your journey to your twin flame. Right, so might have killed time a bit and distracted you, but that sinking feeling just comes back as soon as you right, like I say, I've been there a very long time ago. Why am I fucking thinking about this guy so much? You know what I mean? He's not thinking about me that much. I need to get out there and find another hot guy. And then even if I successfully managed to do that, as soon as the hot guy, wasn't there, I was like, oh, he is not my twin flame. He's nowhere near as good as him. This isn't fair. That's kind of what we go through. Anyway, talking about them, let's see. What does your twin flame want to say to you? So this is somebody's twin flame. What do they want to say? No one is like you. You're so incredibly special to me. See? And that's literally what I was just saying, isn't it? It's like, that's how I always felt. Like, it's, I was thinking about, like, I think about that quite a lot. Like, even before I knew about, I was aware about this journey. And again, I've known about this for 12 years. It's, I was just kind of like, God, it's so annoying to look at him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just need to stop looking at him. Like, and I did actually do that. I just come right off all my social media and started my work stuff, because that was what worked for me. Just looking at him annoyed me. You know what I mean? Because that's how much you fancy your twin flame. But it's that I'm quite weird like that. Other twin flames will go the other way and they'll be like watching everything the other one does. I'm not like that. Because yeah, anyway. Oversharing again, but it's the truth. That's because Venus is in Aries. Or is it yet? Wait a minute, what day is today? I have no fucking idea. It's either in Venus in Aries already or it's about to be. Wait a minute, actually. That's something I'd kind of like to know right now. Watch this. I won't publish this for about 100 years now because I've just overshared again. No, it starts on Monday, so I can't even blame that. That's just the truth. I push you away because I don't want to lose you. Crazy, I know. Oh my God. I see what they've done there. Fuck, my guides are so clever. Do you see that when I was channeling that, again, let's push the ego aside. These cards are like what I was saying. Like, I can see how I pushed him away. But again, I know that I was protecting myself. Because I didn't want to see that. I don't want to see pictures of you, all these other girls, because he wasn't my boyfriend. So I didn't have any right to be annoyed about it or anything. I never, like, I'm not like that anyway. I wouldn't say anything, you know what I mean? It's, but it felt shit, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, so, you know what I mean? Whether it's random girls or whether it's like, the one same girl, I don't want to see it. I think a lot of, people would be like that. Some of us are more sensitive than others. I made the wrong decision. I can't stop kicking myself. oh my God, shall we share? Well, there's no reason not to share it, but okay. I did say it was getting a bit cheeky in this one. I made the wrong decision. I can't stop kicking myself. So again, you see, this is picking up on that again, that, whether you want to see this as, again, this is meant to be the divine feminine one, but I'm kind of taking this as divine masculine saying this to you. No one is like you. You're so incredibly special to me. And ultimately, that was my theory. We'll find out one day if it was right. That, I couldn't care, like, if he's with somebody hotter, skinnier, younger, or, whether, different girls, none of that matters to me, because they're not me. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way. It's just the fact that, like, your twin flame is you. And even before, again, like, that really clicked about that, even before that, I thought, well, I know all the special wee moments that me and him shared, and I just strongly feel, I don't know how I know it, but I just strongly know and feel that that's going to catch up with him, and that's the conclusion he's going to come to. And again, like, I'm not just saying that about my twin flame connection. I'm saying that about all true twin flame connections, that no one is like you, and you're incredibly special to your twin flame. So that, and this is why I'm like, it doesn't matter whether this is divine masculine saying this to you, divine feminine, or divine feminine saying this to divine masculine, because there I am sitting saying I feel like that about mine. I push you away because I don't want to lose you. Crazy, I know. Like, I did do that to him. Like, I did. But he done it to me more. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's how it's, I mean, it's, to be honest, like I said, I really do feel like I got it easy. It'd be interesting to see how he, because yeah, a lot of other twin flame journeys are way more dramatic. And it probably was less dramatic because I just took myself right out of the equation. Kind of brought myself back into it by being on here sharing this, though, didn't I? I made the wrong decision. I can't stop kicking myself. That's your twin flame to you. Now, that could be about absolutely anything. I'll let you decide what that's about. But again, it's probably about, and look what's here. I'm ready. I don't want to fight this anymore. And we're about to reunite. Can't imagine my life without you. I mean, it's just going to keep going on. And I want to make love to you over and over again. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to get over say that. That term makes me cringe. It's made me cringe from when I was very young, but it's just kind of like, I can't imagine that would ever do it for me someday. But even I just very risky, that, isn't it? What kind of does it for someone? But I'd just be like, leave now. Don't say that. Come on, don't be saying that. I don't know why I don't like it. I just don't like it. Anything else? Well, I don't know about it. Anyway, like, we're going down a smutty route here. Right. One more message because I'm late for my girls, but it's worth it for the message. My life is not together as it seems. So see, social media stuff came in it before. Wherever that applies. Don't always assume that something is the way it looks because it's not always true. That is the case for many, many people, never mind just twin flames, for both twins as well. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I'll wait for a sign from you, but that's the card that I'm always like, well, don't wait forever. Especially, I wish I could take my words back. So there's a lot of repeating that matches up with the messages. I'll look for a sign, and that reminds me of the energy we're in Pisces moon right now. So, when I can think, I do work with a lot of clients that are Pisces moon or that have Pisces moon divine masculines. And what I can say about that is at some point you just got to take the action, because time is an illusion, but it's that fear card says, oh, right. Oh, look, I just opened the page up at Eternal Union. So I'm picking up on some unions. New love is forming, strengthen your relationships. Right, let me just quickly read this. So, understanding that everything is energy, the air we breathe, the elements, blah, blah, blah. I need to just go past this because I'm in a hurry. Unseen tension. People react to these sensations, perhaps with an immediate awkwardness or feeling that they need to vacate the building. That sounds like when I've spoke about the energy between twin flames when things haven't worked themselves out yet as part of the journey. As people progress through life, familiar experiences such as pattern behaviours become more clear and evident as you pay attention to the energy of the environment, people, social gatherings, events, places around you. By the way, these are obviously meant to be 40 minutes because I think I'm stopping at about 40 minutes again. This is why I keep saying, again, like, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I do think I might move these to Patreon, but maybe not, because I don't know, I wouldn't know where to cut it off, to be honest. So it'll either stay on here or it'll be on Patreon. So, like them while they're here. In case I move them. Right. You may often find yourself saying, I've felt this before, or recognise this, but I'm not sure why. Again, this is the feeling you get your twin flame. Currently, you're being asked to read the energy of the issue and the people surrounding these circumstances. You must shine a spotlight and use all your senses to remove these masks and expose the energy that has been hidden from you. This is in the subconscious of your divine feminine, remember. Not only will you identify insincere and dishonest people, that is my superpower, one of them, you will begin to understand patterns that you've created in your life that aren't serving you to the fullest. And again, I have to stress this, I know I say it all the time, but it's so that the right people know what I'm good at helping people with. I've literally pointed out to clients of mine where they are allowing negative energies around them, or like I say, just like an annoying bee in your bonnet. But like I can think of people where it's like they've allowed somebody to annoy them every day, but not realised that that was a barrier to their twin flame union coming about. So see how important it is that you could be totally missing something that I could spot right away. And so it'd be worth every penny. I mean, some people literally have said, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the best money I've ever spent, because they would never have spotted what was stopping them. But it's because they had a contract with me to book that session. And I said that in a short recently. Right now, you must use your sensory and intuitive intelligence for answers. You've experienced this type of energy before, but ask, what is it? When recognized, you can adapt and modify your behavior and actions accordingly to avoid unnecessary arguments, tension, toxic situations, your social, work, or family environment. When practice, reading the energy signatures of your environment, become a built-in intuitive warning system. It's kind of like, you know, they're getting me to say as well, it's kind of like you got to tune into as well, whether it's the right time to reach out to your twin flame. Sometimes, you know, you're not doing it out of fear of rejection mainly, but other times it's like you can actually, it's kind of like when I've said about the whole happy birthday thing or Merry Christmas, like you know, you got to really tune into that, because it's only happy birthday, it's only Merry Christmas, but only happy birthday, only Merry Christmas for your twin flame. It is a big deal. Like, I don't care what anybody says, it actually is a big deal. And the person would be afraid to say it, and also it would be like, you know, you'd be, you know, I don't even use that term, made up, but you'd be delighted, you know, to be like, oh my God, they are still thinking of me. Especially if you haven't worked out that your twin flames yet, you don't know what that is. But you know, other times it's like, you know what, this is just going to make it a bit awkward, or I don't want to, you know, and I've felt that before myself, and I know that other people have said that you're kind of like, you don't want to make it all about you on their birthday. You know what I mean? You don't kind of want to be like, hi, remember me from the past. It's kind of like, you know, you do just want to let that person know that you care, but it's a wee bit awkward. So then sometimes people go back and forth between all that shit, and you end up just not doing it. And then you can feel a bit shit. Your twin flame probably feels shit because you never said happy birthday. You know, I mean, it's all this kind of shit that goes on. But you got to go with your heart, because ultimately it is only Christmas. It is only a birthday. These are like, you know, it's more important that you're ready, that they're ready, all that kind of shit. Anyway, right, I've lost the page, so I'm going to end this now. Right, so how funny. So this says divine masculine electric active power, and I've just had the electrician messaging me saying tomorrow afternoon or Thursday morning, so isn't that a funny synchronicity? Right, so anyway, see you, a different kind of energy worker there, isn't it? Right, I'll see you when I see you, so please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, watch Divine Masculine, because you've got both energies within you. Book a session if you need one and you resonate with me. And let's get up to 500, guys. I know we're still a way off. I'm at 280, but I want to get up to 500 so I can post pictures and shit like that, and we can chat on the writing bit. See you later. How do I stop this? Oh, there we go. See you later.